Hi there, I'm Angie Kerr, the Dean of Students here at Rock University High School, and I am excited to be walking you through course selection for the first time. So I'm going to pull up a few documents on my screen, but you may have these from the folder that you picked up when you either came here for a meeting and tour or for an open house. So if you have that folder handy, a couple of things you can reach for. One is the course offerings quick reference sheet that typically I have copied in blue paper. Then there's a bright orange sheet that has like a worksheet on there that you can plan out 4 years. That also has the graduation requirements on there. And then the other thing I'm going to show on my screen, but did not print out copies for you in your folders, is our course selection handbook that has descriptions of all of our courses. So that handbook will be attached to the email that you get with this video that will have a description of every class that we have so that I don't have to go through and read them all to you. So again, if you have any of those documents with you, I would encourage you to click pause and go get those, and then you can write on those and take some notes as we go. So the first thing that I'm going to pull up here is the course selection handbook. So on the course selection handbook, we've got our nice logo there. This is for the 23-24 school year. And as you go through, that first page will have all of our contact information, our school address, phone numbers, contacts, and emails for all of our staff. Going on to page 2 has our mission and vision to inspire and empower all students to reach their full potential by providing them a college preparatory learning experience. Also to note that we follow a middle college model in partnership with Blackhawk Technical College. So while students are earning credits for their high school diploma, they are also earning credits towards a college certificate or degree here at Blackhawk Tech. We do emphasize the STEM, the science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And then here's where in your folder, you probably have a bright orange sheet that has the credits required to earn a diploma in Janesville. These are the same requirements of all the high schools in Janesville so that we all follow the same model, which then leads to the 4-year plan, which is on the back side of that orange sheet from your folder. So in here, you can plan out what classes you're interested in taking in 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th grade. And since I have you on this page, one thing as you're going through course selection, I really want to emphasize is that in order to earn an associate's degree or certificate here from Blackhawk, by the time that you graduate from high school, you will need to try to complete as many of your high school core requirements as possible in 9th and 10th grade. So between 9th and 10th grade, you're going to want to try to get all of these credits that are listed on the top of the credit requirement sheet. So your English, math, science, social studies, FIAD, personal finance, health. If you want your schedule to be open enough in 11th and 12th grade to be able to complete a certificate or degree at BTC, then you will want to get as many of these credits done in 9th and 10th grade as possible, which means you may need to take 2 English classes at the same time. You might need to take 2 social studies classes at the same time or 2 science classes at the same time. It's a little bit harder to take 2 math classes at the same time unless you come in very advanced, meaning you've already taken algebra and geometry. Then you can start doubling up in some math credits. But really, you're going to want to try to take as many of those credits as possible in 9th and 10th grade. That doesn't mean you can't have any classes left to take in 11th and 12th, but that will determine if you're able to finish or not based on how open your schedule is. The rest of your courses, even if they fit into one of those core credit areas, English, math, science, or social studies, they will count for elective credits as well. So then I just want to explain what a couple of acronyms here mean when you see them on the course selection. The first is TC, which stands for Transcripted Credit. Transcripted credit courses allow high school students to take college courses at the high school. So our high school instructors have their higher credential learning certificates, so they are honored to teach the college course here at the high school level, where students, as long as they get a C or better in the course, then that class will count at Black Hawk Tech and or will transfer to another college or university after high school for that student. So our instructors teach the course. It goes on a college and a Black Hawk Tech transcript, and then the student may choose to transfer that credit to another college or university if they have a C or better in the course. The other course type here at BTC is called AS, which stands for Advanced Standing. It is very similar to TC that it is a college level course taught by high school teachers. However, Black Hawk Tech will not put this credit on their transcript. They will honor the course if the student receives a B or better, but they will not put it on their college transcript. So if a student needs one of our advanced standing courses for their program or certificate area, and they take it with us for advanced standing credit and get a B or better, then it applies towards their certificate or program here at Black Hawk Tech, but it will not transfer on a transcript. And then the last course type is AP, or Advanced Placement. So we offer 2 AP classes here at Rock University High School in the English department. The first one being AP Seminar and the second one being AP Research. And those 2 courses together, if a student gets a 3 or better in the courses, for both, they will earn what's called a capstone certificate. That capstone certificate is honored by all colleges and universities. If a student earns that capstone certificate, then that college or university will know that the student has gotten a 3 or better in those 2 AP courses. So AP Sem and AP Research are research-based courses. In the first course, students are learning how to do college-level research. And then in the second course, they are doing their own research. So they're finding a gap that exists in a topic of their choice, and then they are conducting active research in that area to try to fill a gap. So those are the types of courses that we have. And then starting on page 7, we get into the course descriptions. So page 7 starts with the classes that students at Rock University have to take that don't fit into one of the core course areas. So AVID 9 and 10, all students in 9th and 10th grade will be taking our AVID course. So this is really a college prep course setting students up for success, getting them used to note-taking, critical thinking, applying their Wicker strategies in writing, inquiry, collaboration, organization, and reading. So we're really helping students prepare for college courses within 9th and 10th grade in order to be successful in those in 11th and 12th grade. Health is a course that's required for graduation. Typically, we have our students take that in 10th grade. if you want to jot that down for 10th grade. Lifetime Health and Fitness is our FIED class. So we don't offer a traditional FIED class here, but students earn their FIED credit by doing their own personal physical activity, documenting the date, time, and activity. And once they reach 54 hours on a log, they submit that for a half credit. So students need 1.5 credits total for the minimum in order to graduate. So they must submit at least 3 FIAD logs, but they may do more. They can do up to a half credit every semester. So for a total of 4 FIAD credits would appear on their high school transcript. So 1.5 is the minimum. I recommend and encourage students to do 4 credits. Peer group 11 and 12 are, they come onto a student schedule after AVID 9 and 10. So this is what they're doing in 11th and 12th grade, just to make sure that we still touch base with students or helping them through their college courses that they're taking at Blackhawk. Personal finance is a graduation requirement. Typically, students take it in 11th grade, but you can take it at any time prior to graduation. So students in 9th, 10th, 11th, or 12th. We tend to fill up the class first with 11th and 12th graders that need the class to graduate. And then if there's any seats open, students that want to take that in 9th and 10th grade, we will fill that in their schedules as well. And then service learning is the last requirement for graduation that we have. It's a 25-hour volunteering requirement. So service learning, providing a service to the community. We provide some opportunities for students to earn service learning here at school. But anything in addition to that, students may need to go out into the community and seek out different organizations that are looking for volunteers. So with the 25 hours, students need to do some journaling and reflecting. They need to send some thank you letters to the organizations that they've worked with, and they must submit and update their resume documenting the skills that they have learned and demonstrated through their service. And all of that is prior to graduation. Then starting on page 8, you get into the English course descriptions. Students need 4 credits of English to graduate. So here you can plan out how you would receive those 4 credits. We offer AP Seminar, AP Research, Great World Text. Students may take this multiple times. Humanities 9 and 10. I'm going to take a minute to explain these. So for 9th and 10th grade, we offer combined curriculum for English and social studies. So in 9th grade, students work on their skills of English, reading, writing, listening, and speaking through the lens of global studies. So they earn a credit of global studies credit that's in social studies, and they earn a credit of English 9-10 honors. So they earn 2 credits for Humanities 9. In 10th grade, students are then combining U.S. history as their social studies with English 11 honors as their English credit. So U.S. history is required for graduation. So this course that's combined with English 11 will count for both the social studies that's required to graduate and those English credits that are needed to graduate. So both 9th and 10th grade, students have a combined English social studies curriculum that they can take. Other English course options, novel studies, TC English Composition 1, and TC Speech. So some of these you will see recommended for grades 10 or higher. Like this course specifically, typically students need a little bit more foundational writing skills in order to do well in the English composition class. So that's why we recommend it in grade 10 or higher. But if a student comes in with really solid writing skills, we may allow them to take it earlier in order to try to get as many English credits done before 11th grade. So I just wanted to point that out. You will see that recommended in grade 10 or higher for some of these classes. So there's quite a variety of English courses that a student can take. And like I mentioned before, you may want to try to take 2 credits of English in 9th grade in order to get 4 credits done by the end of 10th grade. It is not required, but it's highly recommended if you really want to get your associate's degree done before you graduate from high school. Then going into page 10, we have our math course descriptions, starting with the traditional Algebra 1 and geometry. And then it moves into some more college level. Instead of Algebra 2, we have students go into our Advanced Standing Intermediate Algebra with Applications course, which is equivalent-ish to Algebra 2. So students, if they get a B or better, that may count for one of the required courses in a program here at BTC, if that's needed. After that, students can do the TC, so the transcripted credit, college algebra with trigonometry, and or the TC intro to stats, all dependent upon what program area the student is interested in going into. Then page 11 has our science course descriptions. Students need 3 credits of science to graduate. In science, students must have a credit of life science in addition to a credit of physical science. And then their 3rd credit can be any type of science. So students typically will do biology in 9th grade, followed by chemistry, or with chemistry at the same time if they've already taken Algebra 1 and completed Algebra 1 successfully. So biology and chemistry are 2 main science courses that students take. And then for their 3rd credit, they typically either take the principles of biomedical science if they're interested in a career in health science or forensic science, criminal justice, anything like that, or the principles of engineering course, which counts for science credit if they're interested in that engineering pathway. One thing to point out, Principles of Engineering does have a prereq of the Intro to Engineering course, which does not count for science credit. So we'll see that later on in the elective area. So if you're planning ahead, you'll want to make sure you take the Intro to Engineering course first before you can take the Principles of Engineering. Then page 12 outlines the social studies courses that we offer. Students do need 3 credits of social studies to graduate. The first course listed here, we are actually not offering yet, but for our incoming 9th grade class, it will be a requirement for you, and we're planning on you taking that in 10th grade. So we won't offer it until the 24-25 school year. It is a semester-long course called the American Political Process. It also includes a civics test, which meets a graduation requirement. So we're not offering this course yet, but we will offer it for the 24-25 school year. Some other social studies classes, historical research methods. We have that Humanities 9 and 10 listed here again because it counts as both English and social studies. And then we have a couple of the Gen Ed BTC courses, TC Intro to Psychology and TC Sociology. So again, the sociology recommended in grade 10 or higher just due to the content, but students in any grade can take the Intro to Psychology. And then we get into our electives. Now this list is very short, as I was kind of explaining before. Our course offerings, we don't offer a lot because we are trying to get students at associate's degree from Black Hawk Tech. And in order to do that, they have to actually take classes at BTC. So once students complete their courses that they need for graduation, those core credits, then 11th and 12th grade, if you're in good academic standing and you've identified a career or pathway of interest, then we start registering students for courses at Black Hawk Tech. So the list of elective course offerings gets way bigger than what we have listed here because students will be taking those classes with BTC instructors. And we will work with them through that process. And as they take those courses at BTC, they are also earning high school credit for those. So they will apply and count towards their elective credits that they need for graduation as well. So some of our electives, we have 2 intervention classes, Achieve Literacy for students who need additional support with reading, and Achieve Numeracy for students who need additional support in mathematics. ACT prep we offer. It is highly recommended for juniors. It is not required, but highly recommended, and we help students get the highest score possible if they can on their ACT exam. We offer a course called Critical Issues Forum, where students are working as a team, focusing research on nuclear nonproliferation and disarmament. We have that Intro to Engineering course that is a prerequisite to that Principles of Engineering course. So students that want to go into engineering, highly recommend that you take this class to start with. And a new class that we're offering for this coming school year is the Computer Science Essentials course. So this one is new. Students will be learning the essentials of computer science here. And then we offer internships, youth apprenticeships, and a yearbook course for students that want to help publish and create our yearbook for the school. So those are all of the courses that we offer here at Rock University. Which goes into this quick reference sheet. So all of the classes that we just kind of went through from the course handbook are listed here on this kind of one pager that lists all the classes that are required to graduate. And then by core area, so English, math, science, and social studies, along with those elective options that we have. So what you'll want to do your selection is read through those course descriptions and see what you are most interested in. And then you can just email me a list of the classes that you want to take. So you will start with the classes that are needed for graduation. So all 9th graders will have AVID 9. You will all have Lifetime Health and Fitness so that you can turn in a FIA log. If you're interested in doing personal finance as a 9th grader, you can put that on your course selection, and I will see if that will fit into your schedule. And then you will go into the English classes that you need. All 9th graders will take Humanities 9, all 10th graders will take Humanities 10. And then if you're trying to get your English credits done by the time that you graduate, you'll want to select a couple more English classes. So whether you want to do Great World Text with TC Speech, or you want to do novel studies, whatever combination of classes that you would like to do in addition to Humanities 9, that will help get you to your core 4 credits of English that you need to graduate. For math, most of you will come in Algebra 1 or possibly geometry. This will all be dependent on what you took in 8th grade. So if you are coming in 9th grade and you've already done Algebra 1 or geometry, these are pretty much in order. These first 4 classes are pretty much in order of how you would take them. So if you've already done Algebra 1, you would come in geometry. If you've already done geometry, you would come in and take the intermediate algebra with apps. I don't think any of you have done Algebra 2 or higher already at the middle school level. But if so, then you would do the college algebra. For science, ninth graders typically are going to be taking biology. And then if you've already done algebra, you can double up and take chemistry as well. Social studies, you'll all have Humanities 9 in ninth grade. And then you can start taking additional social studies classes with the historical research methods. Reminder that the American political process is not being offered yet. We're going to wait and offer that in the following school year. But the psychology or sociology, you can also take with Humanities 9 to start getting some extra social studies credits done. And then if any of these electives are what you would like to take, I would recommend when you email me, you would kind of put them in order of your preference. So if you want to do the Intro to Engineering and the Computer Science Essentials and Yearbook, for example, put them in order of preference. What would you like to see most on your schedule first? I do my best to get them all on there, but sometimes there might be a conflict with a couple of the classes. And then based on how you've kind of ranked them for me, I will put that one on there first and then go to the second one on your list. So I really hope that helps you plan what you would like to take for your first year here with us at Rock University High School. If you have any questions, please email me or give me a call. So your assignment, once again, is to just email me your list. I have many copies of these blue sheets, so when I get your list, I will fill one of these out for you, so you can have one to keep from your folder at home. I can have one here. And then as we get closer to being able to actually create schedules sometime this summer, I will be able to send you a copy of what we have. Or if I have any questions about courses that are overlapping for you, I will reach out to you and ask you what is your preference, or I will give you a recommendation of what I would suggest that you do first. So hopefully that really helps you. Like I said, in the email attached to this, you'll have a couple of attachments with the updated quick reference sheet. You'll have the whole list of descriptions of each of the classes. And I really hope to hear back from you all very soon. Thank you. Have a great day.